Good day, everyone. Professor Maple here. We're back on our lovely Sprucecraft server today. Wow. Just hanging out at the birch farm for a little bit. Just thought I'd see some new blocks in this texture pack. I'm still exploring it a little bit. And what are we up to today? Well, I also did a little bit of trying out some stuff with decorating down here. I am trying to improve the base a bit more. I've been doing a few projects outside of the base recently with the nether portal tunnel dealies and the guardian farm and all that, but I haven't really finished off my base yet either. We still have, well, this part of the library I didn't really do on camera, and it's not done yet. It's getting there, but it's not done yet. I haven't made any progress on it, and I might record the next progress I do on it. I'm almost tempted to, like I did it with the cobblestone here, where I replaced some of it with mossy, just to make it look a little older. And now I feel almost like the walls maybe don't match because the columns and stuff don't have any mossy or cracked in there. So I might do that a little bit. My favorite color is green, so tossing that around the base isn't too hard for me. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. But also, we kind of started building the actual house in the base here, starting with my room from my old place. It's weird seeing it from this angle. It's really weird. It's cool weird, but it's kind of weird seeing it and knowing that that's what it is. Anyway. So yeah, we kind of need to build more house because this looks like a lump of quartz from the outside. And that's just no good. That's just no good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to finally use up this reminder I have here. Essentially, this was sort of the breadcrumbs I left. Ooh, spooky noises. What we're going to do is, you ever end up like in the nether and just overwhelmed by mobs? You accidentally hit a pigman and then the wither skeletons come along, and there's a ghast and blazes and all that stuff, and they're just being a pain. Well, you get to like the point in the game, like I am, where you're practically omnipotent. Like nothing can really kill you unless you're like not careful. Like you get like all this armor. And you've got like a bajillion enchantments on it and whatnot. And I could just take off the armor. But what if I like lose, what if I need the armor to survive and I'm working out in the nether and then a zombie pigman or something takes it all after I die, right? If I do die. So essentially what we want to do is be able to fight that powered up by all the armor enchantments. We need to fight the pigman who gets powered up by that, or whatever happens, whatever situation we need the armor quickly for, because we'll respawn here most of the time, and then we'll need quick access to some temporary armor in order to be able to get that back, right? So we're just gonna pop a quick little armory. An emergency armory. What was I gonna call it? The emergency armor system, the EAS for short, EAS. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna pick that up and grab some resources, and then we'll come back and put it all together. All right, guys. So we are back. We've just finished doing a little bit of redstone experimentating. That wasn't actually too hard, although there was a wee bit of a problem with it, but got that sorted out. So essentially we've got that pressure plate here, and this is all on grass and dirt, but then the real thing, it won't be, this is just a test. So the real thing will be made out of actual redstone, put things on blocks again. Pressure plate activates, there's redstone. Okay, it activates powers the block it's on top of. I have a repeater pointing out of that block. You could barely see down there. It points into another block. There's a piece of redstone dust here, which activates that, because this is this block here is that block that the repeater's pointed into, so it powers that and powers the boot dispenser first and foremost. And there's a little gap there for a repeater. We power this block, which powers the redstone torch, which will depowers the redstone torch, I guess, and technically, which powers or depowers this block, which powers that redstone torch, which will power this, and then that block. So the leggings dispenser will go off, and then we've got some redstone on top that'll get activated as well, which will activate the chest plate and the helmet dispensers. So it's a nifty little thing you can just shove in a corner. I'm sure someone's already thought of this. I didn't do any research. I just fiddled around for a few minutes, and I was really close to having something a lot smaller, but I couldn't get it to activate without, like, I would step on the pressure plate, it would put the boots on, but then I would have to step off the pressure plate for it to dispense everything else, and by that point I'm far enough away that it wouldn't apply it to my wonderful body. So I'm just gonna show you that this one does in fact work. I'm gonna eat my words if for some reason it messes up, but just step in, on it goes, and off we go. I could probably hook it up to have like swords and stuff come out too, which wouldn't be a bad idea, I think. So I'm just gonna get it all ready to go, and we'll have it in just a moment there. Alright guys, so this is the trickiest part, building it where we want it to go, and we don't know what our future plans for this other than making a building around it are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna guess that I would kind of probably want the front door of the house to be around here, and so if we assume that like a closet would go right inside the front door, then you know, we can sort of put one here. So what we're gonna do, so far I've only placed just kind of like markers to where things will go. I also did get it to work with swords just by adding a dispenser on top of the boot dispenser and then putting a block on top of it there. So that's easy. The thing is remembering that when putting it here. So it'll be some back and forth. So just as a heads up there. But while we're doing this here, and let's get I did name the dispensers just so that we could, you know, just make it a little fancier, you know? Oh, no, that one goes on top of the boot dispenser. Oh, I didn't name a boot dispenser. Okay, well anyway, while we're doing that, I just wanted to talk to you guys about conventions. It's summer, it's convention season. Lots of nerdy people are going to be out and about meeting other nerdy people in large quantities, en masse. And why? There we go. Pretty sure I clicked it. Anyway, so I'm going to be going to ConBravo this summer in Hamilton, Ontario. This is for boots, right? And because of that, I've figured if any of like the 5 or 10 of you who are watching want to hang out a bit, let me know. I probably won't have internet access most of the time, if not the whole time there. But if you see anyone who looks kind of like that, I might even be cosplaying that skin. I'm not sure. Because that skin's based on my actual clothing. But I'm not sure if it's really technically cosplaying by that point, but whatever. You know what I mean. I'll be dressed like that. Possibly. Maybe. I'm not sure if I'll be there Friday night, but I'll definitely be there Saturday and Sunday. I'm not sure how tired I'm going to be either, because, you know, the whole living nocturnally thing. Oop. It kind of makes things a little interesting in terms of trying to do daytime stuff, because I live nocturnally both during the weekend when I work and my off time as well, just because it's too much on my body to try and go back and forth. And I credit to those who do that. There are at least one or two people at my work who do that, and I have only respect for them. So anyway, yeah, ConBravo, it's gonna be fun. I went last year with my roommates, and it was my first convention ever, and it was a ton of fun. I learned a lot. There were some good talks there. They had John Tron there, and he was so popular that my friends and I nicknamed him nicknamed the con John Tron Con 2014. There's also CarCon 2014 as well, but that's different. We were hanging out in the parking garage and taking selfies and stuff. Anyway, so let's see, we've got that. What we need now is to make sure that there's a block underneath. Oh no, we do know that there's a block underneath. What is going? So much lag. What's going on? Anyway, so the block underneath, we need a repeater. All these repeaters are default 1-tick repeaters. So we need a repeater coming out. So essentially the boot dispenser is going to have a repeater underneath it pointing into that block, which will not stay grass. We'll replace it with spruce. Why not? Usually use stone brick with my redstone, but in this case I think we're fine. And then we need a redstone dust on top of that, and a spruce block on top of that. So these two dispensers are now going to be powered for sure. Actually, I think the pressure plate even just automatically powers that one. Maybe. So this redstone powers that as far as I'm aware. And then, oh, I do have them back to back, so that's a little easier. All right. So that's that part done. Then we need another repeater here, pointing this away. Ah, lag again. Okay, we're fine. And then we do a block that's going into. That's not the right way. Not sure if that was lag or me just being derpy, but either way, that's not how that's supposed to be. Anyway, so we've got the block there, and then we need the redstone torch, sort of. That's all the repeaters we'll need, so we can switch those out. Okay. Torch goes there, block goes here, torch goes there. Block on top of torch, redstone dust on top of block. Okay. So we do that. Redstone dust, and now that should be everything that gets powered there. So we can fill that in. Or can we? Will that power any? I didn't test it like that. Do I have my axe on me still? I do. Wonderful. And we've been disconnected. Okay, well, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so we're back. We've got, let's see, we're at this part where we put that there, that on top of the redstone torch, and there. And we're done that. I'm just going to try and pretty it up a bit, and I'll bring you back in a moment there. Alright guys, we're back. I've finished up with that for now. We'll take a look at the working bits and pieces here. If I can figure out how to steer backwards. There we are. No sword? What? Okay, looks like I've got a couple bugs to figure out. But in the meantime, I've also been figuring out a few things here. Did some decorating of the hallway here, so we have the mossy and the cracked stone brick in the walls on the lower level now, all the way around the base. And I also was getting inspired after having decorated this tiny little space here, such as it is. I've been kind of inspired to keep going with this project here, and maybe flesh out the house a bit more in next episode. So definitely hang out for that. This might not stay here, depending. I'm not sure. I've got plans. It'll probably stay like X and Z here, but not Y here. Might move up or down or something. So just heads up for that. And ooh, I just got an idea. Okay, so yeah, before I lose this inspiration, I'm going to just no, I don't have my sword to do my usual thing, but yeah, have a good now. I'm gonna end the episode here, and I hope to see you next episode. In which case, we will probably do some more base stuff. Goodbye.